Caleb, just the way he's playing, he was starting, now he's coming off the bench, just bringing it every single game. Anything surprise you with what he's doing, or is it just continuing to exceed expectations?
Yeah, I mean, we just wanted to be open, to developing the relationship and then see where, he could develop. He's really been a breath of fresh air, for everybody, the staff, the players, the locker room. Just has such a great personality. He's so laid back, off the court, and then all of a sudden he just turns into somebody else, in any kind of practice session, and then you get into a game, he just becomes electric. It's been fun getting to know him and seeing him perform, in that Heat uniform.
Coach, the obvious part of your positioning now is it doesn't really matter until the middle of April, but what is the significance for this group of being in this top spot in the East right now?
It's very competitive, and that should be fun. And you don't have to obsess about the standings, and everybody will say, just want to be healthy, when you get to the playoffs. But look, these 6 months of a regular season, you do want to have something that you're playing for, and competitors, like taking on big challenges. I know how we all felt at the beginning of December when we were starting to go through injuries and everybody, going in and out with COVID. There's a little bit of uncertainty, and so we just wanted to continue to compete and see where it would end up. There'll be a lot of movement, in the next few months, but our guys enjoy it.
As for the way you all been playing, particularly over the last 10, what have you liked most about the off-ball screen action and what it's done for your offense, particularly for your shooters?
There's a selflessness to it. There's an IQ to it. You can try to script it and develop it all you want, but if you don't have the kind of players that want to help somebody else get an open shot, then all of it's for naught. And we have a lot of guys that want to help somebody else play well and then enjoy their success. That's a tough thing to find.
Erik, a couple of your 25-year-olds were asked about the Heat-Knicks rivalry, and they really weren't very familiar.
Yeah.
Some of our older guys who've lived it. Is that something that just will remain indelible every time you see that uniform?
For us, yeah. Come on, my boss. And we lived those moments. I don't know where I saw it. They were showing a bunch of highlights of those old Heat-Knicks series, and it feels like a different lifetime ago for me, because I was watching all those moments in the video room. But boy, they were intense, and it's not as if those emotions leave you, and it's good for sport, the rivalry. But of course, our young guys don't remember any of that stuff. We used to, a few years ago, we used to educate all of our players about that, but that's not really, that's just too Miami Heat. They're going over the top. We don't do that anymore.
Spo, I know the offensive approach doesn't change much no matter who's in there, but what's different about the way you go about generating looks when Bam and Jimmy are in there and available?
When they are or not? What's the question?
What's different about the way you guys generate the looks you guys want?
I think overall it's pretty similar. It's more, guys trying to help each other, get open looks. Quite naturally, it's going to look, a little bit differently, but they're so unique, and each of them in their own way, with their ability to attack, put pressure on the defense, but also have the ability to find open guys, whether they're in the post, elbow, or off the dribble, and they each can do it. That just helps your offense become a lot more dynamic. They're both really willing passers, willing and capable passers. Always helps when your best players are unselfish.
All right, we'll go via Zoom to Rebecca Harlow. Oh, it's only through my laptop. Sorry.
As you guys are controlling the East right now, how would you describe the way that Bam has really impacted this particular roster this season?
Yeah, he's the heart and soul of our team, and I appreciate you saying that, Rebecca, but I wouldn't necessarily say we're controlling the East. It's very, very competitive. But Bam just makes us super dynamic. He makes us uncommon because of his versatility on both ends of the court. There's not many guys in this league, particularly at his position, that can do what he does. And we're grateful, for all of that versatility. And he's just a great teammate. The way he models leadership, is what it's all about.
And Coach, Noel and Robinson both listed as questionable for the Knicks. But when you look at Robinson, the way he's rounded back into form coming off of those injuries, what makes him a dangerous player?
He puts incredible pressure on the rim. Is a vertical threat, in a different way than most can. Yeah, you can throw it anywhere, and he'll find a way to get his hands on it. And a lot of times that's above or behind your frontline defense. Great offensive rebounder. I think he helps their best players. So we'll have to account for him for sure.